So I got a question for you folks. What's the thing you're looking forward to most in either or and Blender 3 and or Godot 4?
There is, whilst they're typing away.
By the way, to those of you who didn't grow up in Britain, that is the little jingle from a game show called Countdown. That was the little timer thing.
It's funny. I've just on the BBC News theme. Anyway,
yeah.
Or almost Doctor Who as well. So the other big thing, obviously, with Blender 3 is geometry nodes maturing, and that is going to open up a world of possibilities.
Like fine cheese.
Yes, like a fine wine, like a fine cheese and wine. Cheese wine. No
cheese wine. No cheese wine.
It's gone off if it's cheese wine.
I actually don't know what I'm going to look forward to the most in Godot 4. Like, there's so many things that on any specific day it might be. I'm really looking forward to the SDFGI, like the new lighting techniques.
Yeah.
But then it might be the new navigation server and the way that you can flag or you can mark objects as being obstacles. So when they move, navigation will just work around them. Or being able to bake navigation at runtime, or the new particle system, or the tweaks being done to GD script so that it becomes GD script 2. There was an article today on the changes they made to shaders, and that looks really awesome. There's all kinds of stuff that I'm really excited about. But I would say right now, the ability to generate sound in Godot.
Music coursing coming, maybe? Bloop, bloop.
Just because I don't know how it would work, but it'd be great. Like, yeah, you could put in a little... You could make... What's the name of that 8-bit generator you can find online to generate sounds for your games? 8-bit sounds for your games. You could make something like that in Godot as an app.
That'd be awesome. You could make your own synthesizer within the game engine, which, again, would be phenomenal. The thing that I'm looking forward to is rather shallow. And I think it will help Godot tremendously, and that is the new render pipeline. Now, yep. you can get Godot 3 already looking quite pretty, but it takes a lot of work. The fact that Godot 4 will be able to do prettiness out of the box and relatively well straight out of the box means that more games are going to look prettier. Therefore, they're going to appeal to more people. Now, I may be wrong with that, with the appeal thing, but there's definitely something special about. Take Unreal, for example. Unreal's a great example of an engine that produces beautiful results out the box when you use all the default stuff. And
if you know what you're doing, sure.
Yeah. But it's that general aesthetic that it's just high quality, and I think Godot 4 is going to have a similar high quality aesthetic. Suddenly, when you're rendering a lot of items in the scene, it's going to be more performant. That sort of thing as well will help massively.
Mm-hmm. Roderick's answer is his Godot 4 hype, GDScript 2.0, 3D performance improvement, very much so, lighting, and the new Godot icon. I don't think that... Is there a new Godot icon? I don't... That whole thing became a trash fire. Occlusion culling. Well, I mean, technically that's the 3.4, but occlusion culling, that's going to make a big difference. Putting little occlusion portals down and only generating things in front of the camera.
And make a huge difference to performance.
GDScript 2.0 looks very good. I'm liking the changes they made to setGet. For those of you who don't know, setGet is a variable where when you change it, so whenever a change is made to this variable, we're going to go and run this particular function. Or when something tries to get the value of this variable, go and get the return value from a named function. The problem is you would type the name of the function and then it would be written further down and be separated and feel weird. And now they just put it in the actual variable. So you write the function in the variable.
That's really good.
Much clearer.
Yes, the icon is just for the memes. The lighting engine, that's basically the prettiness factor, the fact that the lighting's got a big overhaul. You can do things.
The prettiness factor, I like the fact that they're changing the sharpness of the lighting. I like the fact that they're adding projectors.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot you could do with that. I can't remember if I know particles we're getting ribbon particles, which is very cool. So a particle can have its own trail of things. I can't remember if we're getting light particles or not. I might have dreamt that.
I do like the particles that bounce off of surfaces. That
Collision particles.
collision particles, that's going to
I
open
like
up.
the attractors. Being able to attract particles is great. I mean,
we
if you're
can
doing
make
things like
So I remember playing a game. I mean, I think it was one of the first ever computer games, a black hole, where you had to move around. And I remember playing that as I was little. But you imagine that with actual particles swirling around and coming in.
well, you'd normally do that with a shader, but yeah. But you could also do like what are they called? Those Van de Graaff spheres? It's not. No, that's not Van de Graaff generator or something else. But
Yeah,
the
it's the lightning
sphere
thing, yeah.
that we touch it and the lightning goes to your fingers, like that's a thing you could do.
That would be awesome. Could do that scene from Star Wars. I don't know which one
was
it
that?
is in.
Was that the pod racer?
Actually, yeah, the bit in between the pod race, you could do that as well. That's fine. Force lightning. Yes, sky shaders. That's going to help the real world
yes.
sky
And the physical sky with just rotating one or more suns, directional lights, and it'll just handle it.
See, Star Wars again. You can have more than one sun
Okay,
of different colours.
probably.
Yeah, I can't remember what it is.
Suns.
I don't want to embarrass myself with my lack of knowledge.
Tatooine has 2 suns. I remember that. That's 2 weeks running. We made a Tatooine reference. We made the Jawa reference last week.
Yes.
He's not encouraging that at all.